Alright, today I'm going to show you all the symptoms of a bad EGR valve. So you'll start your truck up. See, the RPM seem to be fine. I'm not throwing a code right now. I was throwing a code earlier. I actually just put high octane gas in my truck, and that's what these Dodge Ram 5.7 Hemis are supposed to run on. Alright, and that's what happens. It just dies on you. So sometimes it'll throw a code, sometimes it won't. You can go get it read if it does. Sometimes they'll tell you. Now, a lot of the codes I was getting were vacuum leaks, bad electronic gas recirculation valve, and high intake air temperature. On diesels, you could also burn water off and you'll see white smoke through your exhaust system. Alright, this is the engine. Right down here is your EGR valve. It's got some wires that come out of it. It also runs to your exhaust system. It takes the harmful pollutant gas, nitrogen, out of your exhaust and recirculates it back into your intake. That gas cools your intake. Sometimes you get a reading of a high intake temperature on your codes, and that's because you're not getting the nitrogen back into your intake. So usually that's also another sign you have a bad EGR valve. First step here, we'll just take the wiring harness off. This one actually is broken, so it's pretty easy to take off. I don't think that was the actual problem with it though, because it seemed to stay connected pretty good. So then we'll just take an 8mm socket and we'll unscrew our exhaust system from our EGR valve. That's the gasket that goes between the exhaust portion. You don't have to worry about that. Usually they come with a new gasket set. I always recommend putting the new one back on. My exhaust lines seem to be a little looser than I like it. Wanted to check it out. And there's a lot of gunk, like black charcoal, on that line. So that's never good. That can constrict it and affect the performance. Then after scrubbing that off of there, getting that carbon buildup off, we then reinstall the line. And we have to unscrew the remaining EGR valve. After removing the bolts, we pull off the electronic gas recirculator, and let's see, that's how it looks. Carbon level is not too bad on that end. Oh, well, let's see what we got here. This doesn't look very good. Alright, so you see carbon has been leaking out. The seal wasn't properly made. So you see that right there? That's carbon leaking out right there. All that's where carbon leaked out on the bottom end there. So our problem could have just been from a improperly fastened EGR valve. My way to know is to put it back on and try it out. Reason for the exhaust leak: improperly installed. This gasket wasn't set like this. The gasket was hanging down. That's why you can see this mark right here. That's how the gasket was sealed on there, allowing the carbon to get out and the exhaust to leak out, giving me the leaky vacuum leak code, bad EGR code, causing my truck to stall out. Properly. Now the gasket's seated properly, we'll reinstall it. Alright, with all the bolts screwed back in, we just need to hook our wiring harness back up and we'll give it a try. So hopefully that just fixing those couple flaws in the last installation should fix the problem. This is really easy change. It's 4 bolts and 1 wiring harness. Should be able to do it in less than 20 minutes. Got a lot of stray birds around this yard. Crows mostly. See what happens when we start it back up. See, the system may need time to reset. I guess we're gonna see if it wants to stall out on us or not. Check engine light came back on. It wasn't on before. So, I don't know. Let's see what it does. Letting the program reset. Just before dark, check engine lights off. Engine RPMs are good. Truck idles fine. All is done and well.